So hi and welcome back. And things have been a bit up and down over the past couple of weeks. I'm just starting to get back to normal again now. And I did have the Ilford Phoenix film for a while, and I started taking a few shots, and then I stopped, and I finished the roll off, had it sent away to be processed, rather than doing it myself, because I'm not going to be doing the film developing for another few weeks yet, and I just wanted to get a video out. And I'm going to go through the actual film with you now, and so you can actually see what I've taken and see my reasoning of why I think this is actually a wonderful film. And it's not a case of it has characteristics that a lot of people don't like. It's also got a lot of characters that I love, and as I go through, I'll explain them to you. But we've got a new film. What could be better? Okay, so I've just spent 10 minutes talking to the microphone, and I wasn't recording on the audio recorder because I actually record my audio separately from what I'm doing on the screen, because a little unknown fact, I'm actually a trained sound recordist, so that's why I'm using my external recorder, because I like the sound of the microphone I've got and stuff. Anyway, so for a second time we'll take a look at the Ilford Phoenix film, and I called it Late to the Fire, and I meant that was me, because so many other photographers have done video about the Phoenix films and stuff, and some of them really love it, some don't like it at all. I love it. It's got very, very punchy colours, very high contrast, high grain. Yeah, it's going to be my sort of thing, and I think I'll be using it quite a lot. Now, I probably said things in the other one that I didn't record, and I'll forget, and I'll say other things in this one I didn't say in the first one. So let's just get this done. So I'm going to go through a few of these. As I say, I took 2 shots of that. Didn't even notice the girls were there when I took the shot initially. But you can see just how vibrant it is. A few shots I didn't like. I'm really not overly impressed by this one at all. I just was walking along. Oh, that looks quite nice. It's on Mill Street in Bedford, and there's quite a few of these like wall art pieces now. So let's just carry on. And I was at a Doctor Who exhibition, and I can't even remember the place where we were going to see that. Oh, is it Gunnersbury? Near Gunnersbury Park or somewhere like that. Anyway, so we went there, and afterwards we decided to take a walk around the actual the park, and this was there. And one of the things I know about the film before even buying it, it's got very, very punchy colours, and you'll find out when you see through the rest of the photographs I'm going to show you that they have really punchy reds, greens and blues. Okay, so that's why I took that shot and this shot, and it does blow out very, very easily, so you're going to get that a lot, but that can be a benefit to the shot. I'm going to go through a couple of things, the way I see I would use this film in the future, because because it's a creative film. It's not a film that's trying to replicate identically what you're seeing, like the old professional films used to try and do, natural skin tones and that sort of thing. You'll see in other shots I'm going to show you that just isn't the case. I normally take a shot of this in black and white, but it's because of the absolutely outrageously bright, glaring green colour, and it's what I was expecting from this. So I'm really pleased on that score that it is what I expected. Okay, I did do a video of me going around taking these shots, and I've only found 2 of the clips, so I decided not to do it. And I actually think I mentioned then these were taken in my Canon T70, and I had to override the control of the program mode, go into manual mode, and I think I've got a bit of camera shake on it, so I think that's why it looks the way it does. I don't think there's anything in the film other than, again, I wanted to have bright reds and see what they look like and stuff like that. So, and this is what I mean, right? Okay, if you look at the guy in the screen, look at these faces. They are completely and utterly unnatural, but that's what I like about it. Now, this is going to give you the reason why I think that this could be such an interesting film. If you're trying to mock up like a 1970s shot, where you dress people up in clothes from the 1970s and take them to places that would have that type of background, or inside a house, you could easily convince somebody without doing lots of phony shop that this is for real. This is a real thing. It's not like no, that was taken definitely in 1972. And I think this film has those type of characteristics, because I see photographs from me as a child, years gone by. If I can remember, I'll insert one now of me when I was a tiny child. You can see what I mean about the colours, because the colours back then used to be off the wall, and this has the same characteristics. And again, you see that the little lad walking away here, who was on the seat, and just look how bright and vibrant all the reds are and stuff, and the faces are completely way off. And looking at this one and going back to that same theme again, is you could actually pass this off as you took it in on a 35mm film in the 1970s. Now, back in the earlier part of the 1970s, getting well processed colour film was not easy. It wasn't. I mean, there's so much better today what they do in the different colour labs throughout the country. Back then, you could wait a week for the film to come back, and then you get these really, really off colours, and they really, really just shots like this. If I was to give that to say somebody and say that was taken in 1973, they would probably believe me. The only giveaway I would say is probably having the Union Jack and the or Union flag, and the is it George Cross as well on there. So they would be a giveaway to say it was modern. But if you could actually do some shots where you can't be mistaken, then it would work in the way I said about the 1970s. Now, the funny thing is that let's just go through these ones, because these aren't really that interesting. So nice, bright, vibrant reds again. Oh, I love it. And again, the contrast, it's basically so contrasty. If you took that with another type of film, that wouldn't go out, that wouldn't black out, and that wouldn't blow out, if that makes any sense. But obviously, because the way the film is, that's what you get. So the other kind of comparison I was going to make was that I used to go to friends' houses, and they thought that having a colour TV, you turn the colour up full, and you get these glaring images. Now, you'd have to be of my age or a little bit younger to remember the old CRT TVs and their characteristics, and that's what people used to do. They used to turn the colour up to full. It's like, oh my goodness, it's awful, But this isn't awful. This is wonderful. I think I'm going to use this shot on the thumbnail for the video as well. So I just want to quickly go through a few of these. I don't want to run too long on this video. Like this shot quite a lot. It's as I was taking the shots, I didn't know quite what I was going to get, because I'd only seen other photographers' videos, and I needed to see them for myself close up, zoom in, have a look at the grain, have a look at what's going on. So yeah. Oh, another thing is I've started to record these desktops in 4K. They were I was filming myself in 4K, and then the actual video in the actual desktop in 1080, but I've got a 4K monitor now, so I'm able to do it so they're both the same. So you should get the best of what you're seeing. I just want to skip through these. And anyone know what this event was? Because I couldn't work it out. I was just literally walking past, and again it was for the red, the green and the blue, and you see in the next shot, that's why I did it. And you can see the primary colours, the red, the green, the blues, the yellows, all really, really punchy, really, really saturated, which is great. And just a few shots of London as I was walking past. And then we get back to Bedford. I think it must have been quite late in the afternoon when I did this shot, because of where it looks like the sun's coming from. And again, this one, it's all starting to get blown out on the white, and you're losing all the detail underneath the bridge as well. Okay, I just want to go through the last few. Now this has come out better than I thought with the darkness and the light. I didn't know what was going to happen, but it actually looks quite nice to me. And I did another one, and then that just doesn't work at all. It blows out at the top, and it's kind of, I've got the exposure for the center, but if you change your exposure slightly, you could probably make that quite an interesting shot. And yes, so just, like with flowers, I don't know what they're called. Are they snowdrops? I don't know. And the last couple of shots are I wanted to get obviously a post box, and again you can see it's blown out at the top. So that means it's really got not much latitude to exposure as a film, which you could consider being a problem. But if you know what you're doing with it, if you've become to learn to know how the film works, you can work around that and take the shot slightly differently to get the actual effect you want. And the last few, I like the green on the bark all the way down the trees, and I think I was opened up about 3.5 when I did this. I think I was a maximum aperture for the actual camera and body, not for the lens. It was a 50mm lens, but it wouldn't let me go any further than 3.5. And again, the reds, the whites, the yellows, the greens, that's what I was looking at. And the last few shots, and a day later, you can see it's all flooded. I think it might still be flooded now, to be honest with you. And last couple of shots, and I wanted to get to this last one. Again, this is the last shot I took on the film, just a bottle of Coca-Cola, but look how vibrant the greens are. I mean, it's really, really beyond what it was in real life, but I really love this film, and I really want to hear from anyone who's shot it, who wants to shoot it. Leave comments below. I really would be interested in, and it's great to see that Ilford have brought out a film like this. And I remember them saying in an interview, yeah, we've had equipment for had equipment for ages. And I think, what do they mean? They may make black and white film, and then suddenly it dawned on me that XP2 Super is a color film, so they have got equipment to make it. I'm just guessing that's what they meant by that. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you very soon with another video. I'm hopefully going away for a few days, which would be nice.